Yeah,
Hey, folks. My name is Ronald Murphy, and I am one of the co-hosts of Inside the Goblin Universe.
I'm Bryan Bowden. I'm the other co-host inside the Goblin Universe.
And we're together again on Skype. How about that?
100%. That's how we like to do it.
That's right. And we're also flattered to have this opportunity. And I thought that us coming on here together can kind of show the chemistry that you have together.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
It's a great chemistry that Ron and I have with each other. And what's fantastic is this is how we've been working it for over a year. We've been very successful doing it. We know how people think. We know how we think. And it makes for excitement. So
It
believe
does.
it or not,
It
it's
truly
exciting
does.
interviews, exciting interactions, and we play really well off of each
Yeah.
other.
And I think immediately upon them seeing the videos, they can immediately tell that we're bringing the sexual chemistry back to the paranormal. That's so
100%.
lacking.
Who
Yeah.
doesn't want two guys with beards,
Right.
glasses, that have been around the block?
Well, that's right. Well, two middle-aged guys
Yes.
with glasses and kids.
Yes, lots of children.
Exactly. That says everything. Now, I do want to show you something here very quickly while I reach over here. Immediately, it looks like I know exactly what I'm doing now. How about that? Right there.
Yes.
Right there, immediately, no question about it.
I
I'm
see
running
Josh
for the
Gates.
woods.
I see Josh Gates.
Exactly.
And Indiana Jones, Josh Gates.
And I have various other props as well too.
Yeah, I just have a hockey jersey because it's all about hockey for me. That's my sport. But,
I know. Mine is actually curling. So
get out the brooms.
that's right. That's right. So
a lot
how's
of
it
that.
supposed to work now? You and I are supposed to tell these fine folks that we are who we are.
And what we do,
What we do.
Introduction, tell them about each other, give a little brief synopsis of what we do, and then how we got involved in the paranormal, and anything exciting, like an exciting paranormal story. So I think,
Wow.
I don't know, do you want to go or I should go? So maybe we should just do one rock, paper, scissors.
One rock, paper, scissors, dude. Let's do this.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper,
Paper,
scissors,
shoot. Oh, you're first, man. You broke the scissors. You
Yes.
broke the scissors.
But it's it's the crypto guru's turn. So you go first.
All
My
right.
choice.
Okay, so my name is that's right. My name is Ronald Murphy. I am known as the crypto guru. Dave Scott of the internationally popular radio show Inside the Goblin Universe gave me that moniker a couple of years ago.
Spaced Out
What?
Radio.
What did I say? Inside the Goblin Universe.
See, we're always
yes,
promoting our brand.
Yeah, we're always promoting this. So as I'm promoting somebody else, I screwed up there a little bit. So yeah, Spaced Out Radio is what. That's exactly right. Yeah, and he's been a good friend of ours for a while, so I enjoy him very much. But I got started out back in about 1977, whenever I was just a wee lad, about 6 years old, and my mother and I we would listen to podcasts, but back then they were called radio shows, and they would have paranormal investigators on there in my neck of the woods because I'm from the Chestnut Ridge area of Western Pennsylvania, which is a hot spot for UFO phenomena, Bigfoot phenomena. So what we would do is we would listen to the investigators on a Saturday night, and on the Sunday morning after this, my mother would take my brother and I. She would load us up in the big old Buick, the kind of car that had all bald tires and no spare, and then we would go through the back roads of Western Pennsylvania looking for Bigfoot. Now, of course, we never found anything, but it's had to open my mind to the possibility of things that go bump in the night. And ever since that time, the paranormal has been my passion. I went to the University of Pittsburgh. I went to graduate school at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And I've always looked at the paranormal through a lens of an intellectual side. Right now, I'm looking at things like ghosts and vampires and werewolves as archetypes. And I'm trying to figure out how these things matter to us as human beings because they're embroidered into our DNA. So whether they're flesh and blood animals or not, they mean something to us as who we are. It's been an interest of mine. I have about 11 books out right now on the paranormal, and then I started to do radio shows. Dave Scott Spaced Out Radio was the first one that I ever did, and then I did a show out of the UK. It was very popular. They wanted me to have my own show, which I did. The other co-hosts didn't work out, and lo and behold, I meet you, my friend, and the rest is history. The rest is history.
Yes, it is. But it was destined to be.
It was destined to be. Fated. Fated is what I shall say. But I will tell you my paranormal stories as well,
Definitely,
too. So,
don't forget that.
I've been doing this for so long that I have a lot of paranormal stories because we are both investigators as well. besides going out with my mom as a kid, I've been on organized Loch Ness monster hunts. The last one I was on was in 1999, out of Drumnadrocket, right there on the as the base camp. So I've done things internationally. I've looked for the gray man in the Scottish Highlands. I've studied the Fae in the English countryside. But here in the United States, I've probably the most in-depth study that I have is on the Dogman. There's this incredible new kid on the block, this new kind of cryptid that seems to be either a shapeshifter or, some sort of cryptid wolf-like bipedal creature. But I do believe that on 2 occasions I was very close to this creature. I've been growled at. I've had things thrown at me. And right now, part of my interest is investigating the idea of infrasound and pheromones in regards to these creatures as well. So that's basically my little minute and a half Cliff Notes version of who I am. So Bryan, now let us turn the tables. Now ask you, how did you get a start?
Well, I want to tell you,
what are you currently doing now? Okay,
what am I currently doing now? Well, I used to have a big time career in Wall Street. I was in finance. I worked for the United Nations, believe it or not. Did a little work for them. But I was very successful in being able to go into a business, see where the problems are, and generate new business from old business and business that wasn't there. So I do a lot of marketing, data mining, and business type of structures, technology-wise, and social media and marketing. But I'm also home, staying with the kids at home, which is my lucky break. So I work out of the house, which is, talk about goblins. These things will kill you. But my interest in the paranormal started way back in the 70s, roughly about when Ron wasn't that big. No one knew anything about it. We always thought Bigfoot was in the West Coast, Pacific Northwest to be exact. Little did I know, after researching myself, the largest amount of sightings in the world for Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it, is on the East Coast between Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Kentucky, some of those areas. Lots of sightings. So I started doing my own independent research. I've seen UFOs. I've had experiences here and there with that type of stuff. I've been reading about it, writing about it. I was picked. I'm kind of the co-founder of the Bronxville Paranormal Society. That's the official group that I kind of go out with. And I've been going out with them for a couple of years now. We had some really good cases that we've taken care of, and one of which is a great experience. We went to an area that has high strangeness in New York State, and we did an overnight on Halloween. Go figure. It was a full moon. There was a meteor shower. Perfect skies. We were going into a former nuclear-related area that the military was using and doing an overnighter. While we were there, we had a direct encounter with Sasquatch. A couple of bluff charges. Whoops right next to us. This thing was probably about 1,000 pounds because you can feel the ground shake. And now, mind you, we're 2 miles into a lake that is radioactive, mind you. and the only way out is really through the lake because it's pitch black. You can't see in the woods. This creature wanted us out of there. There were 3 of us. It whooped at us. It bluff charged us. It actually threw a boulder at me. It hit my chair, bounced me off that chair. The boulder's probably about 300-400 pounds, roughly. We didn't leave. We stood our ground. It was kind of nerve-wracking, but we stood there for a little bit. It was a very tense scene. They eventually gave up on us and moved away. And after that scene, we moved to the next location. And in the process of moving to the next location, we had a UFO encounter. And in that experience, we saw this UFO flying over the sky. It was perfect skies, only light in the sky, moving from right to left or from south to north. And we all said at the same time, "What's that?" pointing at it. And the next thing you know, it stopped midair and it headed towards us. This beamed down on us. I have video. I didn't want to be that guy that never has the video camera. I pulled that right out before I left. I put it purposely in my breast pocket so I can have it. And I have video of it. It's online at the Bronxville Paranormal Society YouTube page. And we'll link it to this application here. But we had missing time. We had about 2 hours of missing time. We have not been regressed. We had interactions with fae and fairies and some other woodland creatures. With the 2 hours of missing time, we don't know if we're going to get regressed, but and my butt did hurt after that for a while. So I'm only joking.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
but it was interesting. Hello. So we're really into this stuff.
Right, and as we investigate, what we're finding out that it's not just a cut and dry thing.
Right.
There's so many more things that are going on. I mean, it's not just about Bigfoot. It's just not about UFOs. It's just not about Dogman. There's so many other things going on, which is the reason why we opened up Inside the Goblin Universe, our radio show, is to discuss that this is not a black and white issue. There's so much other things going on at the exact same time of so many sightings around the world. We really want to get to the bottom and find out what's going on.
And that's why we're here. We're showing you this. I think we're going to cut it off here because we're running a little bit out of time. We don't want to go too far over. But as far as for myself, we would welcome the opportunity that this is possibly going to bring us.
That's
and
right.
We're going to still do what we're doing either way. So remember, listen,
Absolutely.
subscribe to our YouTube page, Inside the Goblin Universe. Get on that. You're going to love the show. Check them out. We're going to have some good, we have great people, and it's very diverse too. So we're no nonsense. We're scientific kind of guys. We like to have fun while we're doing an investigation as well. So there's levity there. And
we're educated people. We're educated people. We are more than willing to do this, any kind of investigation, without a shirt on, if that's what the audience wants. I have no problem with full frontal under the certain situations. So, just to keep that in mind, it kind of really opens us up, a little bit.
I'm into that Borat kind of suit, that kind of little, the green one. I'm not going to go fully full frontal, but
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, in all honesty, the paranormal is our passion, and I would be able to, if I could do this as my full-time job, because right now I'm a preschool teacher. We and I have I have 5 kids, so we understand what it's like to be family men. We understand what it's like to have time schedules, and that's the other thing too. We understand that there's a business-related aspect to this as well,
100%.
and we know what it's like for proper time management, and we've also dealt with in front of the camera work a lot as well too, so we understand what it's like to meet deadlines and really hit your mark and really get things done to save money.
Right. And we're all about the acting. I mean, look at that.
Oh, amazing.
Listen, I really do like to have fun. One of the guys that started the Bronxville Paranormal Society, he gives me a little bit of a hard time because I joke around a lot, but you know what, levity goes a long way. It's entertaining, and it kind of breaks the ice when you're staring down a 15-foot werewolf. So
that's right. But yeah, hey guys, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity, and I hope you enjoyed our video, and I hope you become fans of ours, and I hope we hear from you guys very soon.
Yep. Either way, we got some great ideas for you if you want to do some production work, so let us know.
That's right.
So we're going to finish this up, and I'm going to say from New York City, where I'm out of, Bryan Bowden signing off.
That's from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, the birthplace of professional football. My name is Ronald Murphy, and I too am going to sign off.